It's all unraveling. It's all unraveling.
Shalom, shalom. We would like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where I am your host, Sha'ir Yeshub Judah, sitting alongside of Oxafaya Sheoku. We're going to do it like we always do on every day that the Greeks call Thursday. We're going to have ourselves a great show. And if you have not done it yet, I ask that you would take time out and subscribe to the show and also hit that like button. With that being said, let's prepare ourselves to be edified. All right. Shalom, shalom. This is the day that the Greeks call Thursday. Thursday it is. And we would like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Today is going to be a different type of show. It's not going to be the news that we normally do. This is going to be a series that our very own your Q is hosting, that is called Took Me Outta. And so she is going to be here today, and we got a couple of guests as well that's going to stop by and bless us as well. And that's enough for me talking. What I'm about to do now is bring in our sister, your Q.
Yo.
Background.
Shalom, sister.
You said it.
Yeah. It's after. Bam.
Oh,
that's real professional. That is real. And I see the little Truth Be Told Flex podcast over there in the corner over there, showing love. Yeah, exactly. How you doing, sister?
I'm doing great. How y'all brothers doing?
We're doing great. It's
Yes,
really good to have you here.
It's good to be
Last
here.
time we had you here for your single Took Me Outta.
That's true.
And Took Me Outta has evolved from more than just a single into a whole series.
Yes, it did. Actually, a sister that we be working with, Kat from the Kingdom Culture Radio Show, she came up with the idea of having people actually tell their testimonies, because as we know, we don't live for ourselves. Even the people in the Bible were a testament to us, and that's how we can relate to them. The several situations that they went through and got delivered out of, and the Most High, blessed them. So she's just like, that'll be a good idea, and I'm like, yeah, because it's never ending. It's so many people with a testimony. This can go on for years. Who knows?
Who don't have a story?
Who don't have a story?
Have a story. But before we actually get started, we cannot get started with the Took Me Outta series without playing Took Me Outta. Okay, so we gotta play this video, right? Because for the people who have not seen it, this video has a deep meaning. I don't watch this video, and like from the time the video starts, it grabs you, right? It really does. And so I know that you had a lot going on when you was putting the pen to the paper on it. So with all of that being said, let's get this song played, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna bring in our first guest as well. How about that? That sound good?
Sounds great.
Here we go. This is your Q, Took Me Outta.
Going in iniquity, took me out of that. He did. Could have been on drugs, yeah, took me out of that. He did. Could have been gone from a natural youth, took me out of that. Could have been dead, took me out of that. Could have been a reprobate, took me out of that. He did. Could have been stuck in my trap, took me out of that. Could have left me blind, but he brought me back. Yeah, he took me out of that. Took me out of that. Parted my path like the Red Sea. Didn't let the adversary get the best of me. Didn't let the world circle around my mind. Didn't take me into sins, it gave me some time. I done been up on the mountain, they gave me a choice. You can have it all, let us just use your voice. You can have it all, just announce your God. The riches in heaven is just a facade, huh? Let me tell you something, this is nothing even funny. You think you got another dummy, got another meaning to carry on the vision and the cynicism. Just to think I would worship under the silly prism. The one participating, we know Satan infiltrating your spirit, and now he gotta let me let the light shine. God stepped up in the right time. Born in iniquity, took me out of that. He did. Could have been on drugs, yeah, took me out of that. He did. Could have been gone from a natural youth, took me out of that. Could have been dead, took me out of that. Could have been a reprobate, took me out of that. He did. Could have been stuck in my trap, took me out of that. Could have left me blind, but he brought me back. Yeah, he took me out of that. Took me out of that. Got a whole lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda. Father in heaven had me to think a little bigger. Without him, I'm just a regular old sinner. What's a vision if I'm not in the picture, huh? What's a life you done worship the devil with? A sacrifice that you don't know what you got yourself in. You think he paid a price for your soul? So the devil can't just hold you at a ransom? Bible for you just like soursop is for your cancer. If you got questions and you're searching, you can find the answer. Gotta make it right to live or forever after. Where you headed at the end of this chapter? The one participating, we know Satan infiltrating your spirit, and now he gotta let me let the light shine. God stepped up in the right time. Born in iniquity, took me out of that. He did. Could have been on drugs, yeah, took me out of that. He did. Could have been gone from a natural youth, took me out of that. Could have been dead, took me out of that. Could have been a reprobate, took me out of that. He did. Could have been stuck in my trap, took me out of that. Could have left me blind, but he brought me back. Yeah, he took me out of that. Took me out of that.
It's a PS visual.
All right. I like that.
I'm sorry, but that second verse by itself just, that said a whole lot. When I was jamming, that's the reason why I'm off of Facebook for right now, because I had to do a whole lot of soul searching, reproving myself. No more shoulda, coulda, wouldas, all that. Man, I just say, okay, let me get out there, get myself together, because I like bringing a message, but if I'm not living up to it, I can't do it. So it's not my testimony though, but go ahead.
Oh, we gonna get you.
All right, sister. So what we got going on? Who we got today?
All right. Well, today we got Ayo Bin Yahoo today. He is coming on a Took Me Out of That Redemption series. And again, what the series is about is about our testimonies in our lifetime. It's about our testimonies. This is my kid, my beautiful child.
That's
making all this noise.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about the Most High taking us out of a situation, as I said in the song, some of us was on drugs, some of us should have been dead. If you see the visuals, you got financial hardships. Some of these hardships in life, people take their lives and stuff because of the stress and because of the oppression of the system and all of that. So this is definitely, I mean, it even helps me to listen to other people, what the Most High has brought them out of. And definitely. Like I said, we don't live for ourselves. So today we do have Ayo Bin Yahoo coming.
Let's bring them in.
Yes. Bring them on in. Come on in here.
Ayo Bin Yahoo, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
You got mic issue?
Yeah, we can't hear you, brother. I think your mic muted. He did it. You shoot.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
Right.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna cut that part out, y'all. We're gonna cut that part out.
Yeah. Right.
Well, shalom, y'all. Good to be here, man. Glad to be a part of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast and the Yapa Q Took Me Out of That series. Right. I'm doing great, man. Blessed and highly favored by the Most High. All praises to the Most High. Hallelujah.
Oh, praises. And I want to say that this is a beautiful thing too. It's there. I know that I have family members who say that I done lost my rockers because I no longer worship the white Jesus, and I'm calling myself from the tribe of Judah, and and I'm telling them that we Hebrews to have 4 individuals on here with like-minded right now. I want to say all praises to the Most High for that right now. And to my sister Yapa, I want to say thank you as well for considering Truth Be Told Flex podcast to be one of the ones to carry your Took Me Out of series. So with that being said, lady, do what you do.
All right. And I appreciate you, brothers, for even letting us come on and take over your show. And, please, anybody who's watching, please subscribe to the brothers page. Press that like button on all them videos. Press it, just keep going down and pressing them. These brothers bring the news, they could be doing anything in the world, but they doing this. And we say our praise to the Most High for that.
Thank you.
My brother, Ayo Big Yahoo. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Bless. How you doing?
I'm here.
Hallelujah.
Doing good, to the Most High, brother. Good. Thank you for accepting the invitation to be on the Took Me Out of That series. I know a lot of people, we hold on to the stuff that we've gone through in life. We say, oh, it ain't nobody business, or we're not able to share our testimonies because, you know what I'm saying, they hit a soft spot with us. So we appreciate you accepting the invitation to, let the world know your testimony, and without further ado, let's get into it. So explain to the people, brother, who are you and where are you from?
I am Ayo Ben Yahoo, originally from Charlotte, born and raised in a small football town about 15 miles north of Charlotte, North Carolina. Grew up in the church.
That's the Bible Belt. Is that part of the Bible Belt?
Part of the Bible Belt. Part of the Bible Belt, man. Part of the Bible Belt. So you already know, like, as a small young boy coming up in the church, in the Pentecostal church in the Bible Belt, like, it was every day. We was in church every day. There was either a meeting or choir or some kind of rehearsal or children's church and all kind of stuff. So just having that in me, and then waking up in 2017, the Most High allowed me to wake up in 2017. So from being a young boy all the way to now, there's so many things he took me out of, like, man, my goodness. And that has molded the man that I am today, as he is the potter, the Most High is the potter, we are the clay. So grew up in the church, played football, all through high school, got injured, had a car accident, and was heavily recruited in football, throughout my high school, middle school career, from major colleges. But took me out of that was the back injury, and all kind of scholarships dropped, did go to college, and then I just like a lot of us have, part of the testimony is I had children at a young age.
Right.
Children at a young age, man. And, once again, just thinking back on that and thinking back how the Most High, his grace and mercy, how the book talk about how his grace and mercy endures forever. And just knowing that he was there with me. And at the time, being upset, like, why you give me football in me? Yeah. Why you get that to me and then snatch it away from me? We always question those things, but then now I knew that I was in his hands and he had my back the whole time. Because just think, if I would have went off and played ball at a major university, and not saying anything is wrong with that, but I know myself, being a wild child, being a PK preacher's kid, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle it and met an early demise. So all praises for that. So so once again, being here in 2021, going into 2022, as far as the Gregorian calendar is concerned, seeing how the blessings of the Most High has manifested, in my life, has really shaped and molded me of who I am today. So, all praises for that. So that's a little bit about me. This is all my praises. Coming into the Truth in 2017, I just finished my first debut Truth album, and moving into another state. I'm now in South Carolina. If you would have told me this 2 years ago, you know, like the brother was saying, a lot of our families call us crazy now.
Right.
A lot of our families say that we have no idea what we're talking about. So, so all praises for that, man.
All
you know,
praises.
Being here in the moment. Hallelujah. All praises. All praises.
And you know what? That sports story, that seemed to be that's like an 85% thing with our people. Like brothers, even me. Listen, you know, I'll share my story. I'll let someone interview me from my own story. But to make a long story short, I thought basketball to be a temple. I used to say this. I used to say basketball was my temple because instead of really dealing with what I've gone through, basketball was an outlet for me. And I was from the hood, you know, going to these, you know, diverse schools and going to these schools that was supposed to be premier high school. I was just balling, you know, to try to escape a traumatic childhood, so to speak. And man, listen, I tore both of my ACLs.
Man, wow.
I tore one. When I tell you, I had Vanderbilt, North Texas, Miami. I was out of here. I knew it. You know, I had them. They come into the game. They're sending me letter. It was not a doubt in my mind that I was D1.
That's what you was
I
gonna
was
do.
gone. I tore my ACL, Dunkerville High School. Sure know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dunkerville High School, my sophomore year. And they had, I mean, that was so devastating. I was never the same. And then I wound up doing the same thing in college my freshman year because I was just so hell-bent on going overseas, going to the WNBA. And, you know, I had friends that did. I had, you know, closer than sisters. I had them, they actually went. And, man, that did something to me. I understand it now, but I definitely didn't understand it then. I'm like, the only thing I had to grab hold to was this. Oh, now I gotta cope like regular people. You know what I'm saying? And that was a disaster. You know what I'm saying? That was a disaster. I had children early, 19. I graduated college with 2 babies. And man, it was. Listen, I know where you're coming from with that.
Was it 2 separate ACLs or was it the same one?
Both knees. Both knees.
Man.
Man, listen, to this day, I'm
like,
you know.
You was out there balling.
Man, I mean hard. I mean balling hard. Then height. What height?
Right.
Wow.
These babies of mine. Y'all gonna have to forget these babies.
All praises.
And it's like the sister said though with the sports. Go ahead, your palm. Sorry.
Let the Most High take him out this cry.
Remove him, Most High.
Right.
Yo.
Right.
And no, I can resonate with you right there. And all praise to the Most High that you know you can understand it now, because some people can't get past that point.
Right.
Some people really hold on to things and they can never recover. You know, they never can recover from their dream, their own aspirations, and they never, you know, they will probably realize later, but some don't. You know, most time that wasn't their path. But enough about me. Let's get back to you. So growing up, like, what plagued you the most, or what plagued you into, like, you know, we have the, you know, you go through that, or you know what I'm saying, you was young, you might start selling, you might start doing other things to make ends meet.
Right.
So what was that? What plagued you?
So what plagued me the most was football, and singing was my outlet for growing up without my dad. Like, growing up without my dad and having my younger brother to raise, and my mom being single, you know, during the 80s, during the, you know, the crack epidemic was crazy. And a lot of people, you know, we think about New York and LA and, you know, Dallas, Houston, but a lot of these smaller towns and smaller cities like Charlotte, like it really got hit hard because it's almost like everybody I knew was either selling it, owning it, or in jail from it.
Right.
A lot of the homies when I was 9 and 10 years old, coming up playing ball and being a little, singing around on the stoops and at the corner, a lot of the older guys that had played ball, basketball, football, and ran track and singing, they were either locked up and gone. So as a child, it kind of, I was like, what? Wait a minute. It kind of confused me because I seen them with the money. I seen them with the cars. So not without my, without my dad, without a male, my dad being in the home, like football was my outlet. That was on the field was where I really took to like a release, as to say per se.
That was your identity. That was your identity.
Yeah, because for some reason, it's funny you say that, and you own with that question because for some reason my identity was part of the church, but for some reason I always felt I knew like something's not right. I just knew it. I just knew it as 8 years old, 9, 10 years old. I just knew, okay, something's not right. So that alone, plagued me to the fact to where it just, a lot of our, as a man now, you don't make decisions off your emotions. But as a young boy, I was still like, man, like I feel this way about my dad. I feel a certain type of way about my family being locked up. I feel a certain type of way of hearing my mom cry at night. I feel a certain way about hearing my brother cry at night. Like, it's all these emotions going on. And so even as a young child, I cried out to the Most High. I cried out, asked him for help, asked him for his hand on my life. Even though there were men in the church around me, there were deacons, there were brothers in the church that prayed for me, that always, prayed a prayer of protection. But still, like I said, going to church on certain days of the week or whatever, and learning certain doctrine, it's still something didn't feel right. So that alone drove me as a young man to like really search the Most High. Really see.
I bet you that story, what you saying there, Ayob, I bet you that's a story that's similar to a lot of people that your pa's going to talk to. Isaiah 66:4 says that the Most High sent us strong delusions. He's talking about us, the children of Israel.
Yes.
And I believe without a doubt that Christianity is one of those strong delusions that he sent us. And with the delusion of Christianity, it's hard for us as black people to come out of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who did not grow up in a house with a white Jesus on their wall, right? Or who did not grow up in a house without that big old Bible with that holographic Jesus on it that's on the coffee table, right? And so for us who heard the truth, whenever we heard the truth, for the few of us that heard the truth, whenever we heard the truth to come out of that Christianity, man, I believe that all of us at some point in our life said there ain't something right with this here. You know what I'm saying? I believe that that's going to be something that you're going to hear a lot. And that's what make us the black sheep. I know I'm the black sheep of my family.
Boy.
Because we don't think like everybody else.
But see, the thing is, it's always been in us to not think like everybody else. So we've always been the black sheep. It's always been like that, man. I got cousins to this day. They see, stuff I post a scripture on Facebook. Don't be coming here with that crazy stuff, T. Don't be coming here with that stuff, man.
I got a cousin that called me today. I have a cousin that called me today. I don't know how she got my number. I'm gonna tell you about it later, Safa. By the way, Safa, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. All praises to the Most High that I got family in. But I got a cousin that called me today. Don't know how she got my number, but I'm going to definitely call her tonight and tell her, don't give my number to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we roll. But yeah, go ahead, though.
Yeah. That was it, though, Yapa. Yeah, that was as a young man, just being without my dad, being without my dad first and foremost. Not having him in the home, and then being in church, like Ock just said, being in church and Christianity, and just knowing, I just knew. I don't know how. I couldn't tell you. I just knew. So that just drove me, you know, like you said, the strong delusion that the Most High was seeing, to see if we will hearken to his voice. He's seeing if we'll hearken to his voice. And all praises that I did. All praises.
Right. And another thing, daddy missing out the house. That's across the board with our people. Yeah. And it's like you take the long way around. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all took the long way around because there's no leadership, there's no guidance in the home. And you know, unfortunately, you know, it's systematic as well as, you know, spiritual. You know, so man, just the father not being in the home just produced so many things wrong.
Yeah. Well, my father was there, but the crazy thing about it, and Shub, no, my father was there, but he never showed me guidance, like you say. Never showed guidance. My father would say, "Don't go to jail," but never take me through the steps not to go to jail. He was too busy helping everybody else out in the neighborhood and all that, and then other verses dealing with me. So yeah, I had to go through the long way around. I had to learn as my kids was growing up how to become a man. I did the same prayer you did. As I walked every morning to a job, hey, Most High allow me to be the man you chose me to be, so on and so on. But yeah, it's a father issue is big in our family. And along with sports is our only way out. We think sports is the way out. So yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that father issue is one of the curses of Deuteronomy 28. You know, I mean, there's no way around that. That's one of our curses, man. Yeah.
And it identifies us. It tells us who, you know, it you know, a lot of people may try to match, you know, you got everybody saying they're Israelites now, but does everything match? Do you match do you match all the prophecies?
Exactly.
Everything. There may be a couple things that Deuteronomy may touch on,
right,
for ethnicity of people, but do you match everything?
And I never forget when I read it. I'd never forget when I read Deuteronomy 28, starting at 15. I took this Bible to my wife. I said, "Baby, I think I just read the whole script of Roots." The whole script. I said,
"Yep, that's it."
I said, "This been in this Bible this whole time. This whole time it's been there, brother."
Same thing.
That's right. That's what I had asked you when you brought it to. I said, "Man, how long has been in the Bible, man?" It took me. I know I read like 3-4 days. I ain't talked to you because I was trying to be bumpy. I was like, "Man, this ain't us." And then I finally said, "Man, this is us in the Bible, man."
Yeah.
But it's scripture. You have to walk through it and live with it, do it. But yeah, I never known Deuteronomy 28 was even in that because of Christianity.
Right.
They say stay out the Old Testament.
Right. Man, that's funny. Yep. So you say singing, brother, and I think you did. Did you did sing Before the Truth, correct?
Yeah. I did sing Before the Truth. I was basically back in 98, 99, I started founded a singing group in Charlotte. And then for a couple years now, I started a singing group. It was guys I had played ball with, grew up with, me and 3 other guys, started that group. And then once we started to get a lot of traction in the industry, that was my first time we've heard about how the secular music business, you know, backbiting, jealousy, envy, hatred. I used to shove it off. Like, nah, not me and my homies. And I've been knowing them for so many years. But 2000, 2001 was the first time I seen like the envy and the jealousy and the hatred that was always there. We just always covered it up with quote unquote friendship. So it was an eye opener. And then when I went solo, I signed with an independent label out of Charlotte. And pretty much in 03, 04, that was my first debut album, period. My first studio album. We put out 10 songs, and it got a lot of traction. Got traction enough to where I became friends at that time with John Legend, Floetry, opened up for Life Jennings. I mean, you name it. That 2003, between 2003 and 2005 were crazy years. and the enemy had me thinking I had made it.
My.
I thought I had made it. People around me was like, man, you about to make it. I mean, record companies calling, phone, and back then, that's when, 2005, cell phones really wasn't popping like they are now. So we had the Sky Pagers and the sidekick where you flip up the joint and had a little,
I don't think your pa old enough for that. Your pa old enough for that.
I'm telling my age. I'm telling my age.
While y'all talking.
So what happened once I found myself, that was a lot, it was great being around. I mean, it was at the point, like I said, open up for Floetry. Marsha Ambrosius, she was the homie. I mean, and that's not glorifying. I'm just saying.
Right. This is where you was at.
Right. That's where I was. And I mean, to the point to where, she was calling Michael Jackson. And she
wrote a song for Mike, didn't she?
And that's
Butterflies.
Right. And she picked up the phone, was like, I'm gonna call Michael. And I'm like, Michael who? And she like, Michael Jackson. And I'm sitting there like, yo, if he pick up this phone, I promise you. Like,
did he talk to Bubbles?
I was like, if he pick up this phone, I'm telling you, if Bubbles on the line, I don't come on the line, I'm screaming. I'm gonna become a European girl overseas screaming. I've been screaming all over the place.
I bet he had the deepest voice that you ever heard, huh?
He didn't answer. He didn't answer.
Okay.
He didn't answer. Because if he would have, I'd probably still been screaming. But but being in that, and then next thing you know, had a court case, went to jail for a little bit. Like I said, man, and you want to talk about questioning, and we ignorantly called him God then. You want to talk about questioning him? Oh, I had all kind of questions. I was like, what is this? How you give me this gift of singing? And why you got me here? And I thought I had made it. And just
first football and now singing and now right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man.
He gave Joe the business. Ezra the business for questioning him. Yeah. Get ready. You're gonna be another chapter, bro.
Yeah. Right. And trust me, from 2007 to 2019, I got the business. I mean,
wow.
And that's henceforth, that's where the name Job came from. Job comes from, going through the test and trials.
The trials.
But overcoming and being restored. Because up until that point, 2019, 2020, I had a stroke.
Come on,
y'all.
Now.
I had a stroke on the floor. My wife found me on the floor. So,
wow.
I mean, not to this day, not 1 second of rehabilitation. All praises. No
Tell me
medicine.
the Most High not good.
Hallelujah. All praises, because even to this day, doctors are still trying to figure out, like, how did you have a stroke? And 7 hours later that morning, you was walking, talking, laughing like nothing ever happened.
Because they don't know. They don't know who our power is.
That's right.
They don't know. They don't know who our. Neither do they know who we are.
Right.
And I guarantee if you would start busting out with some precepts, that's all right, man. Get them up out of here.
Right.
John Boy said you start speaking book, and everybody start booking.
Right.
Yeah.
That's testimony.
Yeah, so all praises, man. Like I said, that from and then in 2019 I put out a R&B soul album, and that soul album was like my first, like I said, in 2007 when I went to jail for a little bit, when I had a sentence activated. So when I went to jail, I was done with music. I was done. Like I just said, I was being mad. I was mad, called myself being mad at the Most High. I was
right.
So from 2007 until 2019, 2020, I didn't touch a mic. I was done.
Wow.
I was done.
Just working.
Right. Just working. Just
working.
just raising my kids, being
average Joe.
Yep. And like I said, this, being in the truth, when I woke up in 2017, I was had these questions, but 2019 and last year and this coming year, let me tell you, the Most High has been so gracious, and just to be on the winning side and on this side of knowing who he is, who we are, who I am, understanding his grace and mercy, because he could have destroyed me a long time ago.
Man,
and just think if he would have. So yeah, so that was, that's my little story being in the secular music business. So yeah, I've been singing all my life, but now I know what it really means and who it's for and what the gift is all about. It's not about the music. It's about pleasing the love and the Most High and speaking to his people and knowing who we are and knowing who he is first and foremost and what he's about. So all praise for that.
All praise. So it's safe to say that's your mission now. That's your inspiration.
That's my inspiration. I mean, going back to what I was talking about, not having my dad, and the inspiration now is knowing that the Most High, he put my rib in my life, put my children back into my life. And when I look at their faces each day, I do think about when I was looking for my dad in the home.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things I was going to say, is that I can tell that you are a true family man. I look at your music videos, and I was telling the Ock earlier, I say, the 2 videos that I seen, you have your family, and I say he does a lot of videos with his family, and I give you all praises to that, brother, because but go ahead and finish. Don't go ahead and finish.
Oh yeah. No, I was just saying, and that's the thing. That's the inspiration behind it. Is that's why the Most High he allowed me to go through what I went through from childhood through church, through football and singing and having children out of wedlock and, hanging with so-called stars. He said, I'm going to allow it because you're going to one day you're going to see that all of that hanging with them. That was a vapor. That was a mist. That wasn't nothing.
That's all it was.
That's all it was. It was just a moment in life to where you're going to truly learn from. Yes, you're going to truly learn from it in time. And I do. So I look at my family's faces today, and when I wake up every morning, go to my 9 to 5 or my 9 to 6, and then get off and write, and they see the Most High as my source. They see that's my
all
source.
Praises.
So
all praise to the Most High. Oh wow! Let me say, whoa, brother.
I mean, like, whoa.
Whoa!
I didn't mean to talk y'all head off.
Oh no, brother, that's what you're here for.
Exactly.
That's what you're here for.
Testimony.
Yeah.
We appreciate you for sharing it. Now about your song "Whoa," because we're gonna jump into your video. I know it's an acronym for it, so go ahead and lay that on the floor.
So "Whoa" does stand for worship him over anything, and it's I guess you can call it a double entendre. Yapa, you would know more about double entendres as an MC, as a rapper.
Let me stop you right there. I'm just learning this stuff.
Double entendre.
Y'all know I'm just learning this stuff.
Hey, I'm in the same boat. We're in the same
just
boat.
Learning it all.
But yeah, "Woe" is for the things.
I know that's a really big word. That's what I know.
Double entendre.
That's a really big word.
Right. But yeah, worship him over anything, anything in our lives. It even lines up with the took me out of that, because anything that he takes us out of, we have to worship him over that. And I'm telling you, these past 2 years, I have truly learned that. So the inspiration to that, he'll do exceedingly abundantly above all things.
Above all things, yes,
as long as we worship. And the verse in Job that sticks out to me is 120, where it said that after all the calamity he heard, and the first thing he did was worship. He fell to the ground and he worship.
Praises.
True worship. True worship. Thinking about a tempo or the tempo of a song. Yes, when we slow the tempo of a song down, we're able to get into grace and slow it down and really meditate on him. But true worship is anything in your life that has either you've had to overcome or has tried to take hold of you or rule you. When you overcome that, it comes from true worship. True worship. So yeah, "Whoa," worship him over anything. All his love, Y'all's love is whoa. The Most High's love is whoa. The Most High's provision is whoa. Every time you think you're gonna do something and he show up and do it, it blow your mind. You be like, whoa, like
Whoa.
Exactly.
That's the first thing Adam said when Eve. They said,
Yeah.
whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, man,
Whoa.
come on, come on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, praises. Oh,
Most
praises.
definitely. Most
Well, listen,
definitely.
Yeah.
we about to play whoa.
All
And we
right.
about to drop it right now. Brother, I appreciate you sharing your testimony.
Yes.
I appreciate you know what I'm saying, you hearkening to the Most High. You know, I appreciate you, you know, taking care of my sis and my nieces and nephews. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And all praise to the Most High for your deliverance and your story.
Yes.
But we about to play that whoa, whoa, whoa. Got me there. Whoa, whoa,
Come on,
hey.
And this was Ayo Ben Yahoo. And brother, we do appreciate you for real, man. And hey, stop back by the Truth Be Told Flex podcast as well, brother.
Thank you all for having me. Thank you for having me on the Truth Be Told Flex podcast. Sister Yapa, thank you for took me out of that series. Both brothers, man, we appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. And most definitely, I'll be stopping by soon. Come by and drop in. Me and the spaceman in the background.
Yeah. You know I'm in Houston, brother. You know that, and I'm right here by NASA too, man. I don't believe nothing that they saying though, but hey, I'm all right there. This is whoa. Yeah, this is whoa by Ayob Ben Yehu. Here we go.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Blows my mind every time. Got me on the whoa, whoa. Yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, ooh, got me on the whoa. Yeah, wanna be so fly, can't tell you nothing. All over social media, all that capping is done. People say you wanna change, but you don't know where to go. I know one can do it for sure. Fall on your knees and experience the deepest love you ever known. He always delivered right on time. This world you leave alone. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. The love of yours is whoa, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa. The love in your eyes like whoa, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. He's got me on the whoa, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. When I learned this truth, it blew my mind, I was more than a servant. I was a king the whole time. His grace and his mercy and favor, man of valor, I would never waver. Fell on my knees and experienced the deepest love I ever known. He delivered me right on time. This world I left alone. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Got me on the whoa, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. My mind every time, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa. Yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. Got me on the whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring y'all back, because before he get out of here, I want him to let everybody know where he can be found.
Okay, yeah. I can be found on all social platforms, IG at Tarian B, Twitter at Tarian B, Facebook at Ayob Ben Yahoo, Twitter, Mr. Tarian, Ayob Ben Yahoo, all digital platforms, Spotify, Pandora, Tidal. Just type in the name, and I'll pop up out of that.
Right on. And the new album is New Moon.
The new album is New Moon, not on digital platforms yet. The album New Moon is available at www.ayobenyahoo.hearnow.com through CD Baby.
And that's a lot. I wish I had that before. Before. I could have put that on the screen. Matter of fact, why don't you text that to me, brother, and I'm gonna put that in the description.
I will.
I'll make sure that I get it in the description. Okay. All right then, man. Well, with that being said, brother, Shalom, the Water Man, for being here. Absolutely. And we will get with you later, man. Looking forward to hearing more from you.
Have a great night. Shalom.
Thank you, my brother.
Have a great night. Thank y'all for having me.
All right.
Indeed.
That was great.
That was nice.
That was.
All
that really
praises,
was.
all praises.
So
you on to something, sister. You are on to something. I'm digging it.
All praises. It's coming along. All praise to the Most High. I like that the feedback. Y'all did great. I like that. I really do. So I'm gonna have to
guess what? Guess what, your pa? Our next guest done showed up.
Jlutch.
You didn't see the limousine pull up, the cameras and the flashing and all that. There he is. Yeah. Our brother Jlutch.
Shalom, family.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
Man, it's good to see y'all. I see y'all in here having fun. Got me on a whoa, whoa, whoa. Shouts out
to the
Shouts out to the IQ, man. Love that single, man. I just love seeing the brethren go in, man, and just do great music, man. It's really a great thing to see. Working for the Most High and putting some good stuff out here, to combat the evil work of music that's out here. So I love to see it every chance we get, and I support every brethren that I can as best as I possibly can. I love to see it. Hallelujah.
Right. All praises. Yeah, we're glad to have you, man. And you know what, man, Jlutch? I am so ashamed to say that I just learned about you, brother. I just learned about you when you did your song "Die with Your Pa," right? And I know the way that song is on fire. That song is fire. I know this brother your catalog got to be big. So I done missed a lot, right?
Yeah, it's 2 albums. 2 albums. 2 albums and a mixtape. Listen, especially how we are when we first came into this thing. We piece and parse together. So not everyone knows everybody right away.
Right.
That's like with your pa. Like I've been in the background watching your pa for a while now. Just going to her YouTube channel, hearing her music. But it took me a minute before I finally said, "Hey, sis, I'll lead you on a record."
Right.
So it took a minute, but sometimes it's just about sitting back and watch how people operate, see how they do. And so you can be wise with your decisions. About how you ask people and how you deal with them. And so it took a minute, but it finally got there. I was like, okay, enough. So I knew it. I got on the Worth It track, which is on the Life After Birth album. And then from there, Lovers was like, who was this? So it took off from there. So I'm grateful to be in good company with you, brethren, with you, sis. Just to be able to come out here, put the music out, and do the work, man. I'm just grateful for that alone.
All praises. One of the things that amazes me the most out of all of you brothers, and I wished I could have related this also to Ayob, It's the humbleness that you brothers and sisters have. I mean, because this is a talent, right? And this is a part of who we are as a people too. David got a book of 140 something of nothing but songs. This is what we do. But you brothers are, and you too, y'all are very humble. And we want to say thank you for the work that you guys give us as well.
Hallelujah, man. It's the Father who gives us the gift. Who are we? Who are we to boast in ourselves when everything He's given to us? It's got to go back to Him.
That's right.
So us to boast in ourselves would be foolish. We didn't give these gifts to ourselves. He gave them.
All praises.
The gifts are without repentance. So let's praise the Most High. Let us do the right things with them.
That's right. That's right. Be good stewards.
Yes. All right. Let's see, my brother. I'm guessing we played Die, right? We played.
Let's get it.
Throw anything in.
Let's get it to that Die. Let's get it to that Die.
Let me explain something about Die. First of all, him sending me this track, I was like, what in the world? Yo, I played this thing like 100 times. Before I even laid anything, I was like, anybody hear this? Of course not. Like, but it was like the beat. I think you asked me, like, sis, do you rap fast or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried to do my little twister thing. first coming in, was rapping all fast, didn't know how to slow down. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. But the beat, the message, man, I knew it was gonna get some people off guard, but I think that's what makes the song even more powerful. Because like, I gotta die. Well, like it makes them listen to like, why I gotta die? You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate Jlutch for sending that to me.
Can I ask, was it the hook he sent, or was it a chorus along with the hook, with the beat?
It was the hook. He didn't even send his part. Yeah, it was the hook, and I prefer that. Anybody who's listening, keep your part off, like so I can write. Like, right. And you know what? Like I had a moment
nostalgia going back in and go ahead.
Yeah. Just send me the hook with the open verses, and man, I meditated for a little bit. I don't think it took me long to send it back to him, but
it did.
Look at him.
The Most High, it blessed me with the words, and I was like, let's get it. Did that right up in the house, and listen.
I know when I heard it, I was like, I already knew who your pa was, right? I'm familiar with your pa. I've been listening to your pa for a minute. I've seen this young lady grow, her music grow, right? And but when I heard, I said, man, who is Jlutch? I just thought I'm on YouTube. Who is Jlutch? Who is Jlutch? But let's get into this Die, and let's come back and let's keep it rolling, man. Here we go.
All right.
I gotta die. If we gon' get right, I'ma tell no lies. I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. If I wanna be blessed and control my flesh, I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. If I wanna be alive, take away my pride, I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. Did you hear my plight? Tried to save my life, we gotta die. He had to die, who should die? I had to. Take a minute, let's reveal to get signed. Looking out the window sill, what conceals is the blind. Protect the situation like you running out of time. Paralyzed and the lies recognized and applied. Move fast, keep your eyes on the prize. When the first should be last, ain't no cutting in the line. Cut outside the lines, who forever will align. When it's all said and done, everything will intertwine. Zip line, that's how fast we can arrive. Made for the job, and no others like a kind. The good will be bad, who they looking for a sign. But even in the dark, the lights will shine. Take a stand, or prepare for demise. Fruit to the spirit, which y'all specialize on suffering and love. Please give me that twice, and a couple other fruits of combination was suffice. Lay it down for your brother sacrifice. When the disciple getting killed Fright night. Man, there's snakes in his plane on the flight. Stakes in my hands, I get raised like a kite. Pride can return like Jason overnight. David Goliath, they question the mic. Chiseled in the stone, we were forced in the strife. In the fire, hypocrite recognize. We gotta die. If we gon' get right, I'ma tell no lies. I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. If I wanna be blessed to control my flesh, we gotta die. We gotta die, we gotta die, we gotta die. If I wanna be alive, take away my pride, I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. Did you hear my plight? Got to save my life, we gotta die. He had to die, yeah, who should die? She had to.
So you're telling me I can't be the same old, trying to elevate with the same rope, trying to modulate with the same note, trying to perpetrate like I know it all, got it all, not it all, in the middle with the adversary jump, bow, 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 bow. In my possession, yeah, you possessive, die to this flesh that'll really impress you. Lord, I'm really glad you don't hurt my first impressions. I deserve death, no way, no second guessing. I was yet in sin, you were sending a message of you don't change, I'ma think you're deranged. Fell in love with them, but I'm trying to make you rain. I'ma see them in the pen, trying to block your pain. Serve a life with my den, and no come in the game. These prophets of the world don't equal no gang. There's a man with a rap sheet, cleaner than a whistle. Took a back seat when he fell up on the earth. He the mediator when I lose breath. He the ventilator when I'm in the dark. He the light for my sins. He died, they ain't trying to die twice. Sitting in the light, knock, knock, deep in the night, repenting on my life. Get eternal life. Yeah, get eternal life. Get eternal life. Get eternal life. I gotta die.
You gotta die.
I gotta die, yeah. I gotta die, yeah.
I gotta die. If we gon' get right, I'ma tell no lies. I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. If I wanna be blessed to control my flesh, I gotta die. I gotta die, gotta die, gotta die. If I wanna be alive, take away my pride, we gotta die. We gotta die, we gotta die, we gotta die. Did you hear my plight? Took to save my life, we gotta die. I had to die, she had to die, y'all who should?
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of Elohim cometh on the children of disobedience, into which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, first, let me say something. Listen, I ain't never knew how to pronounce inconcupiscence. I was like, what? He done said this word. He didn't even go to the ESV or nothing. He went.
But I do have two questions. I got two questions. Jlutch, are you a Samuel L. Jackson fan, man? Because I heard the Snakes on the Plane. I heard.
I am a Samuel L. Jackson fan.
and your pop, when you said loud, did you spell it LAWD?
You know that's yeah.
I mean, she said loud.
You talking about what you?
Yeah, but she was loud.
No. There we go.
That's the thing. You had some water next to you when you was writing them bars, right? You had to, man.
Man, listen. I mean, I had to get in the mode because I done heard Jlutch go off, and like I said, I didn't hear his verse.
Right.
He sent me back his verse. I was there like, it was bananas. Man.
You know, as a cat that was born in the 70s, grew up in the 80s, been around in the 90s, I'm a pure hip hop fan, and that right there is pure. That's it. Like your pa, you have a song. I don't know if you titled it. It was called Untitled at the time, and I think I commented on it. I said this is just pure hip hop right here, right? That's why I have a hard time listening to this new stuff. That right there, Jlutch, my friend, and you, your pa, you too. You did what you were supposed to do. All praises to the Most High for real for that right there. And the message though, we cannot get past the message. We gotta die. We have got to die. We cannot get past the message, no matter how good that song is. Let's not forget the message. We have got to die if we want to make it into that kingdom, man. So all praises to the both of you for blessing us with that. Yeah, for sure.
God praise.
Hallelujah. All praises to the Father. Like she was saying earlier, I like to try to send. Sometimes depends on the person. I will send it with my verse on there, but sometimes I want it to come completely from what's in your heart and your mind. What the Most High gives you, what the Spirit gives you to write. And so that way it can flow naturally. I don't need you to be trying to be in no competition.
Man, if I'm gonna tell you what, if you had to send me that with your verse on it, I'd have sent it back to you, brother. I'd said, man, I ain't nothing I can do with this, man. Finish this, him.
Maybe I'll show up on a remix collab with not this one.
I'll send that back to you, man.
Man, that's hilarious.
That's why I asked that first. Like, can you go fast? And when she was like, "Oh yeah, they call me Lil Twist Sat," I'm like, "Okay, all right, let's see." So not to he's saying that, but Twista again. I'm from New Orleans, but Twista was one of my favorite rappers.
Right.
So I used to listen to Twista hard. So her saying, I'm like,
okay, well let's see. Yeah.
Let's get it.
Right.
People. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying people find it real hard when I be explaining truth music to them. How for example, your pod can blow out. Sisters from the '90s, like she can hands down blow out MC Light. She can blow out all the females that's out now. I'm talking about. I say people can blow out folks that's in the secular world, that's in this truth music, man, and they don't believe me. Then I put something on, and I ain't gonna lie, my go-to when I do put something on is Karatazar, because no matter what he do, it's gonna be bang. Right. He can rap the ABCs, and you act like you never heard it before. But then once they get going, and then I bring in your pod, and I bring in some others. So then now they ask for more. But because I love y'all, man. Y'all music keeps me going. Now praise to the Most High for it.
All praise to the Most
High. Love you too, brother. Love you too.
Absolutely a beautiful thing.
Let's get to the business, though. Let's get to the business.
Yes. My brother Jlutch, thank you for accepting the invitation to be on the Took Me Out of That Redemption series. You are part of episode 2. Hey, let's get it. Let's get the people your testimony. But first, I would like to ask, where are you and who are you? Come on, where are you? I'm so confused. Who are you? And where are you from, my brother?
Okay, well, I'm Jonathan Jlutcher. By full government name, I really don't roll by a Hebrew name. If you must have to have one, you can call me Yahukanan. That's fine. But Jlutch, I come from New Orleans. Born and raised.
504.
Yes, born and raised. But it's crazy because I didn't grow up on the music there. I'm born and raised there. I grew up mostly listening to East Coast music for the most part. I grew up mostly listening to that kind of music, DMX, Locks, Rough Riders. Those are the cats I grew up on. But I circled back around, and eventually I came back to start listening to some of the New Orleans. I was like, okay, all right. I didn't know, Now my favorite rapper is from New Orleans, and that was Mystical.
Okay.
That's who I was listening to the most when it comes to a New Orleans rapper. But I circle back around eventually to hear them people, hear the rest of them. But I'm from New Orleans.
So you make groceries. You don't go buy groceries.
Dang. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
But I'm from Little New Orleans. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody. That's all I'm trying to do. Most High done took me here and took me out of that. Took me out of that. It took me out the grind, man.
Man.
I guess just to give you just some quick background, I guess, just to get how I got to the music in the first place. I grew up in elementary writing poetry. I wrote poetry a lot, but at first, it wasn't something I was open about. Trying to play hard, trying to play like the rest of the children in school. Trying to act like somebody I'm not. I honestly believe the Most High built me with this mad love for brethren in my heart, but it was so misplaced early. And so I took off. I went to the Marine Corps in 2002. I came back in 2006. And but I started rapping with some brothers of mine who I was in the Marine Corps with, a bunch of black guys who was all in the Corps. And we used to be out there in the desert, freestyling, beating on the side of tanks, beating on the water jug, and look, the people in the tent sleeping at like 11 o'clock at night. Stop all that noise! We out there over the fire, we freestyling and having fun. And took it from there. When I got out in 2006, I came to Georgia, and before I knew it, a bunch of other former military people who were my people here, we connected with each other, and we started. It was like, you know what? Let's see if we can seriously do it. So we started writing. We was performing in clubs, trying to make it happen. We finally got to a gold-selling artist named I forget his whole name, but Corey. He was like a gospel singer, but he used to bring us to his house, bring us down to the basement in the studio, and we used to just like write a whole bunch of songs. Before we knew it, the group started falling apart piece by piece. One guy thought he made it already. He thought he made it already. I'm like, man, we ain't making nowhere, bro. What you doing? And then another guy, he couldn't get it together. Before I knew it, it was stuck with me and my brother. I'm not sure if y'all know him, but Amir Ryder, he's my brother in the truth as well. And me and that, we was rocking hard. We still do to this day. We was doing music, and then eventually got to a point we was like, hey, man, these studio hours causing some money, bro. What we gonna do, man? We gotta take care of these families at home, Then we was like, well, let's hang it up, man. And then eventually, me and that brother went to school together. We picked up an associate's degree together, electronic engineering. I wound up going after that. I picked up my cybersecurity bachelor's. I came back to New Orleans. For about 7 years. Started working in the cybersecurity IT field for about 6 to 7 years. And then I came back. I miss Georgia. I love New Orleans, but I felt like I do so much better away from home. So I came back here, and before I knew it, I'm in the truth to 2015, I want to say. And then from there, I put the pen down all that time, and I was like, man, I wonder if this is the route to go. I wonder if this is what it was saved for, Never really made it big nowhere, anything like that. And I was like, you know what? But I rather see if I could use this gift and this talent for the Most High. And I started writing. Put out the first mixtape. It was called The Pot of Sun. That's on Bandcamp. A lot of people don't know about that, but it's out on Bandcamp as a mixtape. Did I want to say maybe 10 songs? I think I left it at 10 songs. It's unmixed, it's unpublished. I just picked a whole bunch of random tracks and I ran over it just to see where I was at. I got a great response. And I was like, okay, all right, well, let's see what it do, After that, I did the album, my first album, which was about almost 3 years ago, something like that, called The Revenant. And The Revenant is my first album in the truth. That's like 17 tracks. It's out everywhere: YouTube Music, iTunes, Apple Music. And then eventually after that, maybe about a year and a half, 2 years later, I came out with Life After Birth. And all of that's to say, man, the Most High took me out of so much trash I was in. He really took me out of so much trash I was in, man. I was out here, man, dirty, fam. I really was, I wasn't handling anything I should have been handling, I did the best I could, But sometimes your best ain't good enough, you know. You got the wrong influences around you. You know, you're trying to do what other people are doing, not focusing on what the Most High has given you to do, you know. And I think a lot of us turn to those ways. But I really come out of doing a lot, you know, erasing a lot of my bad habits, and just start working toward, you know, keeping Torah, and start working for the Most High as best as I can, man. And it's the perfect place for me. Something I denied so early on about loving people, you know, having mercy toward people, caring for one another, you know, doing the best I can to just, you know, do something. Listen, not everybody have it in them to be a loving brother or sister. Some people just need to be loved, you know?
Right.
And so to have the gift of wanting to love people, want to care for people, want to take care of them, and make sure that our hearts are in the right place. Make sure I put out, you know, good music to battle. Again, like I said earlier, you know, the things that are out now, it's a beautiful thing to come into covenant. You know, see that we are the children of the Most High, to see that, you know, who we are, and to recognize that, because that, you know, at first we thought we were nobodies, you know. Now we still nobodies, but we the chosen. You're trying to be a light to the world, you know.
Indeed.
And it's a good thing to be, you know. And I look at that, and I want to do my best, you know. And I still make plenty of mess ups, y'all. You know, I still have plenty of mess ups, man.
Listen, we all do.
Always look after me, man. You always make sure. What they say? What's the song? What's the song? Oh yeah, you're probably on your song. Sometimes I'm the baby and food. Most God take care of babies and foods.
My.
You know, to be at this point, you know, to be in a position to be able to help and do good for the Most High, man. Do good for the brethren. Listen, man, ain't nothing like connecting with the brethren, man.
That's facts.
Ain't nothing like connecting with the brethren. Like, so run up on some brothers, man. You know, show up at a feast day, come to a conference or whatever we doing, if we doing a show or something. And to me, some new brethren, you know, I get to see different perspectives, how people grew up differently, and open myself up to what their experiences are. You know, I know I don't know it all. I get to learn from other brothers all the time. And that's very grateful for me. That's very, you know, that's a very good thing, because it teaches me things that I may have not paid attention to before. You know, sometimes, you know, we all of us hold our own opinions, but I think it's great to value another man's opinion. And what I've learned most as of late here in the past, I want to say in the past year and a half, 2 years, is to, you know, love your brother unconditionally. Love him unconditionally. He's got things going on with him that you have no idea what's going on with him, but he still strives to follow Torah. He still strives to love, and even though he may not love how you love, that don't mean he don't love. So I've come out of you know, if I see he took me out of anything, man, he took me out of wickedness, he took me out of selfishness. He took me out of always wanting to look after me, when there's a whole nation of us we need to be looking after.
Man.
So you know, I think I said enough. I think I gave y'all the background from the back to the front.
Oh no,
you know,
we're about to get to that dirty part. What did he say? I was dirty.
Y'all dirty.
What?
Right.
Okay. So what was that turning point? What was that dirty moment? Because I know I got it. You know, we all got that one thing that, or several things, because, you know, we hard-headed, right? So
stiff neck.
We have, I mean, robot still, you know what I'm saying?
We refuse to turn.
I mean, crooked that neck stiff. What was that dirty moment? What plagued you the most growing up? And I guess that could be something that, okay, it's another took me out of that moment. I mean, we all have several, but what is that moment for you, Lutch?
The moment for me, and it's crazy, right? It led me to, I want to say this, what happened maybe about a year ago today, you know, nearly a year ago. you know, I was staring at the scripture, man. Because even, you know, I came into the truth, but, you know, but still, you know how you come in first in the truth, and then, you know, you kind of taking a sledgehammer at everybody who don't know what's up, you know.
Gun ho.
You kind of taking a sledgehammer, you like, you gonna get this work. You know. But then the Most High had me examine myself. He really, really did, you know. Fatherhood. I ain't see or talk to my father for like 18 to 20 years. And I'm sitting here like, you know, I don't need to talk to him. I don't need this. I don't need that. And I felt really dirty as I was reading Sirach. It was saying, yo, if you ashamed, it's basically was saying, I think it was chapter 3. It was saying something like, if you're ashamed of your father, you're ashamed of yourself. If you and it said if your father he fails to understand, still honor him. And that brought me back to Torah. Torah didn't say when to honor him, if to honor him, how to honor him. It says honor him.
Honor him.
Period. And I felt like trash because my father used to reach out to me, and I used to ignore him. I used to not want to talk to him. And then when I would get on the phone with him, I'd be slick with him, you know. Where you been at, man? You know, not recognizing he a man and he's been going through everything he's been going through. I don't know his struggles. I don't know everything he's been through. And I think a lot of men get bad reps. And now that I look at it more so and more, you know, I try to respect brothers. My respect level for brothers, because they're fathers too, you know. My respect level for brothers have went higher looking at my situation. And you know, when I went to go see my father for the first time about a year ago and so long, my father had a gift in his hand for me. It wasn't this man was waiting on me, y'all. There was no fight to give me no love. There was no pushback. It was just, I'm happy you came back to me, son. Thank you.
Wow.
The simple thing of saying, you know what, I love you, Pop, regardless of whatever it is. I love you. That right there can heal a man. You know, I'm his seed, and I'm not responding to him. That's got to make you feel low. You know, and then we lost the brother above me. He drowned. You know, not recognizing those kind of things have effects on people. You know, my brother drowned, and that hurt my father greatly. And so I'm so selfish. That's why I'm saying selfishness for me. You know, I'm so selfish to think about me, not recognizing my father.
He's hurting.
He's hurt.
Wow.
He's hurt. So I think about how many other situations, it might not be the exact situation. How many of our brothers are in those kind of situations where they hurt? You know, you know, and then I started looking at statistics, right? Started looking at all those things, the men that go through divorces, their suicide rates are high. These are real effects affecting men. And if anything, I want to put out there, man, like, man, love our brothers like you love yourself, man. That's what I want more than anything.
Not enough of that talk.
Taking me out of, what he took me out of was selfishness.
Man.
Learn to love like you loving yourself. That really is the biggest thing I've gotten out of this. Respecting and honor my father. You know, moms are always for the most part are usually there. But the father, how our people, especially our fathers, you know, they get bad reps all of the time. And there's a lot of repercussions that come with that to them. And they're dealing with it all of the time. So my prayer and my hope and my faith is going toward the fathers. You know, let's honor our fathers. I know, man, listen, they don't get everything right. I know I don't get everything right with my own children, you know? But it don't mean that they don't love, you know? And they have a heart and a care for us, man. And now look, I just came from down there from visiting them. Man, look, man, Pop was trying to show me fishing tools and showing me guns, trying to show me how to hunt. And I was like, you know what, Pop? Go ahead and show me, Pop. I missed out. I missed out.
Right.
I missed out, man. Look, what they say, teach a man to fish. You'll feed him for the rest of his life. The tools I didn't have, man, how to fish, how to hunt. I missed out on those things, man. And that's what he took me out of selfishness. That's got to be the heaviest thing since I've been in the truth.
Little thing you know, man, what you just said and your testimony just helped me out to get a little bit closer with me and my father, man. What you just said did a lot, man.
Okay, you know,
little thing you know, if it's not hitting nobody, we got that one person right here that that they got me to understand a little bit more.
Gang,
it
hit me like a Mack truck. It hit me like a Mack truck, man. I was in there on my knees, on my face, man, crying like, how could I do this to my father, man? He's the man that gave me life, man. It hurt my soul, man, to recognize it, you know. And the Most High, He'll take you through something similar to show you how you've been doing your own.
Man. If you don't think you're gonna go through it, man. And what you said, like, you know, y'all, if y'all don't know, I cry. And I had to keep it together because our people, we have torn parental relationships. That selfishness that you're talking about, we hold grudges with our parents. Even coming, you know, at your upbringing, you will hold a grudge and not understand. I went through the same thing with my father and my mother. You know what I'm saying? Although I was raised with my mom, I didn't know. I was upset. It took me until 26, 27 to finally realize, oh, she didn't know it all. You know, she did the best she could. And we be torn. And even my dad, I'm like, right, why you wasn't there? And I didn't get a relationship with my father until later on, but then I started understanding. For that long while, I had a grudge against them. And just to say, what if they die and we're like that? What are we gonna say? We're supposed to be, all the scriptures we read, we're supposed to be mending relationships with people. We're supposed to be going through reconciliation with people, and we're supposed to be forgiving people 490 times a day. So just knowing that alone, it's a lot of this stuff we have to let go because it's a spiritual hindrance for us. We're not gonna be able to progress holding a grudge against anyone, you know. And I know Shir was grabbing the scripture. You can have
no. I wanted to go over there and read what the brother was talking about. I wanted to see it for myself because, you know, listening to the brother, and this is the second testimony tonight where we had parental issues, right? And I was making mention that's one of our curses of Deuteronomy 28. And you know, I want to say this real quick. If for those of people who may come across this who don't want to believe that we are the children of Israel, listen to these testimonies and listen to what the word of the Most High says. And I'm gonna say this real quick, Yapa, but if you give me a minute to say it, it says that the dragon was wroth with the woman and he went to make war with the remnant of her seed. We are that seed. You're looking at that seed. And Deuteronomy 28 was written because of the enemy that is towards us. It was all systematic. This is why we have so many father issues. It was systematic. What a lot of people don't realize is that black people coming out of slavery, we were on par to be more wealthier than the people who enslaved us. And they knew that and they saw that. And so one of the things that they did was separated our families. This is why we have all of these parental issues today. The man did what they could do, but they made it so hard for that man, and they made the woman look at that man side-eyed, and they made the kids tender to the mother. And so you got a whole generation of us out here, we don't even know who our pops is. Or if we know who our pops is, he never did come around. So with that being said, you know, excuse me, your pop, you know what I'm saying?
You're good.
But this is why we in the situation that we are. The dragon was wroth with the woman and he went to make war with the remnant of her seed. We are that seed, man. We are that seed.
Oh, praise to the Most High. For you know, it's like for us not to be in denial about it now. we don't know what we're going through. We're such in denial. We don't want to apologize. And for, like you said, for Lush to be reading and it hit him, it brought him down low. He had to go to a level of humility because now he was experiencing something that he didn't understand with his own father. So it just, the Most High is he's real good to us to bring us full circle if we're not in denial, if we know how to hearken to the voice. Because in that moment, what if you didn't come that low to where you were forgiving your father? What if you would have passed on and you never would have had that opportunity? You know, that's got to be hard, and so many people deal with that. So many people, they going to their mother's funeral and their father's funeral, and they have not reconciled. So it is best that for anybody who's going through that, you're not talking to your mother because of God knows what. You're not talking to your dad because God knows what. Your sister, your brother, your cousin. Man, reconcile with these people.
Is it not easy to blame somebody else though? It's so much easier.
It's so much easier. Them. It's a but mercy for mercy, forgiveness for forgiveness. So if you live like that, what you know what I'm saying, when you stand before the Most High, what do you expect to get back? Whatever measure that you're meeting with other people. So it's just, man, it's best. I'm so glad you said that, because our people do struggle with that. I see people not speaking to their moms and stuff because of this truth. You better speak to your mama. You better go speak to your dad, because when the time that you cannot speak is the time that you're gonna all that regret and that guilt and that anguish. We need to just start cutting stuff and nipping it. But I'm gonna let y'all speak. I'm sorry.
The scripture. This
your show, sister.
No, this is a Most High show. We good. We all here.
Right. So the scripture, I'll read it real quick. I'll read a couple of them in Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and it says, I'll start at verse 7. You know, he that fears Yahuwah will honor his father and will do service unto his parents as to his masters. Honor your father and mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon you from them. For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother roots out foundations. Glory not in the dishonor of your father, for your father's dishonor is no glory unto you. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and the mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. My son, help your father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he lives. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when you are in your full strength. For the relieving of your father shall not be forgotten, and instead of sins, it shall be added to build you up. And it goes a little bit more on about fathers. But it's that passage, those two scripts, man. Man, that thing had me. I was like, oh, boy, when they said that thing a double-edged sword, boy, that thing with the cutting, man. And
it makes you also, as a father, it makes you also understand your responsibility to your children as well.
Correct.
I know I never had a dislike to my father, but my father wasn't in the house. I can't even remember anything that my father ever really bought me, but I thought that there was nobody great on earth than my father. I couldn't wait to see this cat. You understand what I'm saying? And when I saw him, he always gave me something that I didn't have, but that figure, that stern male figure was not still there in the house. And I missed that, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, I know when I married my wife, one of the things that we said was the option of divorce is not an option. Because and we talk about our kids to this day. Our kids are spoiled rotten. Do you understand me? My kids do not understand that what they have, which is a 2-parent home, they don't understand that this is not normal.
Right.
To them, this is normal. And I have to tell them this is not normal. You dig what I'm saying? But this was something that I wanted to give my children because I didn't have it growing up as a kid. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing, man, to have both parents. And, it's crazy because, what man shouts out to my father, man, because he had wisdom. He's not in the truth. He ain't in the scripts, but he has enough experience. And he said something key to me. He would say, I said, Pop, because I asked him, I said, Pop, I want to hear your side of the story, how things happen, from your end. And he said, listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this from my angle, but, but it can sound biased, but in whatever you may think of it. But I'm not telling you this so you can judge your mother. I'm sure she did the best that she could. And that man, for someone who don't read scripture, that thing slapped me in the face again. Because he told me some things, man. I was looking at my mom like,
right.
Mama, you ain't saying none of that, Mama.
Yeah.
You ain't saying you did all that. You ain't saying none of that. So I felt some kind of way, but because of the words of my father, I didn't hold it against her.
God.
Wow.
And that was wisdom for him to say that to me. And that's why I was like, look at that. We think and see, we done learn some truth. And we done learn some words, some scriptures, and we think we got it all.
Right.
We think we got it all. But the one thing you don't got is experience over someone who's been here longer than you.
That's right.
You don't got that.
Speak, Jlutch, speak.
Man, so I was very grateful to my father. I'm happy to have him back in my life. And he took me out of that. Hallelujah.
Oh, praise to the Most High. Hey. That's beautiful. I'm glad for your reconciliation. And once again, listen to this brother's testimony. It's some people's situation that's much worse off, but the solution is just the solution. You gotta reconcile. You gotta honor your parents. It's no way around that. It's no way around that. So, man, that was a good testimony. I appreciate you sharing that. I'm so country. It's like the words slipping as I'm talking. Yo, and I appreciate the testimony. So, man, Most High took you out of selfishness. So, what is your inspiration now, and what's your mission? I know you say you just want to love the brethren, and kind of go the love route. So what does that look like? What does your mission look like for you?
Mercy.
Oh, praises.
Mercy. We've had this conversation before too.
Yes.
The mercy route. Right? The mercy route. Listen, if I could put everything on the table and write it down in a notebook, I need another notebook for all my sins. In order to get mercy, I must give mercy.
Thanks.
So I'm gonna give as much mercy as I can. I'm giving it out. I'm giving it out like free flies.
Right.
On the corner by Popeye's chicken. I'm trying to give out all the mercy I could possibly give out.
Free flies.
It really is,
Popeyes.
My mission. My mission.
Spicy.
That's without the Popeyes cartoon on
there. Man, my mission is to put music out to battle against this oppressive stuff that is on the radio today. And to let people know you can still go hard if you just
in righteousness.
In righteousness, that's something. Because I was going hard, when I was going hard when I was at that. I was trying to make it. I was trying to get this money in my pocket. What they like to say, get the bag. I was trying to get it, Man, but when I came in here, I was like, what's for the Most High? So you got to be like, you got to be all that, man. The Ruach was like, now, wait a minute, now. You going to come. So you was out there going hard.
Going in.
Come over here and play. You can come around here and play around. And I was like,
come over here with them ABC raps.
Right.
You know what? And that's when the character in my music fully started to come out. I started like, you know what? I always used to do I I used to always do that in my songs. I'm like, man, I'm bringing it back. Let's go. And
Let's do it.
Hard. And when I went hard, man, the people loved it. They responded to it. And you know, a lot of people always say, all right, when the next one? When the next one? I'm like, man, hold on, man. Writing, yo. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in a position to do it. The Most High has continuously blessed me. You know, the stream numbers have gone up greatly. A lot of people listen. I didn't know people was listening. I didn't know, you know, but people are listening, and it just gave me more encouragement to keep doing this for full force for the Most High, man. No glory of my own. All praises go to Him. He gave me the gift, and to be able to meet you brothers, you know, good brethren, man. And if music, what to say? They say your gift will bring you before kings, you know. And I'm most definitely before kings this night. And I'm greatly appreciative. and listen, anyway. but you know, it most definitely able. You know, it gives me the opportunity to meet new brethren, get insight from them, and do more learning. Learn how to sit in the background. Yes, I'll do the music, but I'll be the first person to go sit in the back and not invite myself to the table. Unless someone else invite me to the table.
Can I ask, when you was in Georgia the first go around, what year was that? Was you part of the ending of the Dungeon family, or was you part of them, or what was going on?
The who family?
The Dungeon family that was out in Atlanta towards the end of.
I wasn't with them. I was in Atlanta the first time. Well, Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Stone Mountain. Okay, yeah.
I was there 2006 because I got the Marine Corps 2006 January. So straight from there, Katrina happened 2005 August.
Right.
My mom was like,
I was living in Georgia around that time. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah. 2006 to about 2011, 2012, somewhere around there, I went back to New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah, because I was out there 2000, about to 2008, 2009. And I was out there with the BMF issue going on. Tip wasn't really who he was. Yeah, there was a lot going on around that time.
Man, Tip. I remember when I was listening to Tip's album. I think it's Paper Trail.
Yeah, Paper Trail was what put it back up. Yeah.
The beginning of Paper Trail, he was like, all these New Orleans coming up here killing people in the city. I was like, dang, man, we up here wilding like that. Right. Man, it just shows, man, that you know, no matter where you're from, no matter where you go, man, just our people wild, man.
Yeah.
So be able to do this, man, and to let people hear the testimonies, man, and give them opportunity to hear the music. You know, we do more than compete with those in the secular division, man.
Right.
And if people just give it an opportunity, they can find that, man, you ain't got to listen to all that trash to hear good music, man.
No.
You know what I have learned? I have learned that when people choose not to listen to truth music, it's because it's something wrong with their spirit. And this is not being judgmental, because I'm a music lover. I love music, right? And anybody that knows me know that I do. And I know music. I know real music. When I was in the Christian church, them Christian rappers, man, I'd be like, man, this stuff is corny. It was just corny, right? And when I came into this truth and I first started hearing truth music, I was like, man, this is real music. This is not, this is like some for real stuff. This is not no corny, Jesus Little Lamb and stuff like that, right? And so I play this stuff, man, and people get in the car and you start turning your nose up to it. It ain't the music, it's the message. It's not the music, it's the message. You would rather hear that, you know what I'm saying, that retarded stuff, because it's not the music. The music is on point. Let the message start sinking in.
And Isaiah, it said, prophesy to us smooth things. Get away from us with that law. Give us something that's make us comfortable. All that. We don't want to hear what we're dealing with. Just prophesy to us smooth things. And that's exactly what we go through when we put music on, or we get to talking about who we are, or busting scriptures out. They don't want to hear that. They rather hear the goosebumps. You don't get your bill paid in 2 days. That type stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Why she looking like that?
You think go get your bill paid?
Yeah, people come like, oh, he's talking to me. No, come on, man. That's psychology. What he did, pat you on the head, sent you out there. Who had a bad day? Everybody. Who bills ain't paid? Everybody. Who cheating? Everybody. So yeah, that's all the subjects. It's right there in the church house.
Right.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Indeed.
This is a beautiful thing, man, and I just want to be able to continue working, moving forward. I got some things on the docket with you, sis. Bunch more music coming on the way. I'm working on quick working on a small EP before I get to the next album. I'm hoping to have the next album ready by mid 2022, and hopefully have an EP to everyone real soon. And I'm just gonna keep going. Shout out to my big Ock, man, who helps me out, man. Lorvins. That's the big Ock right there, man.
CeeLo Green. I call that brother CeeLo Green in the true music. That brother be jamming, man.
I need a clip of this so bad.
You know what meme I'm gonna put up there too? The popcorn meme. Yeah. You like getting in trouble.
Does that make me crazy? I cannot wait to get this video.
What is going on right now?
Oh man, he has no clue. This is beautiful.
Right.
Man. Well, we've heard it all tonight. It's so many levels to this testimony stuff, man. I just really, give all praises to the Most High for our deliverance, man. We was once somewhere and now we here, and as we continue, we're going to be worked out of some more things, and it's going to continue until we perfect our spirit. And man, again, all praises to brother Ayo Ben Yahoo for being on, brother Jlutch, and for the brothers of Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. I really appreciate you guys for letting us come on, and I mean, we had a great time. I really, really appreciate it. What's going on?
Was you supposed to see that? Did you see that?
Were we supposed to play Breathe In?
Oh,
we about to play this. Let's get this breathe. Let's get this breathe in right quick. Yes, indeed.
Yes, going to breathe.
Hold on, Lutz, because we're gonna bring you back after this breathe in, brother. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't make it so hard, let them fall in. You'll turn it back to law regardless. Don't be diving off the boat in the deep end. And before you do, please just breathe in. Just breathe in. Just breathe in. Everything will bear fruit in its season. Everybody in a lane for a reason. Whatever you do, please just breathe in. Run of the mill, nah, one in the mill. Every time we have a baby, we feed him the meals. No reporting my proportions inside of his will. Pack a bag for this trip with the red pill. Can't stand kids, what? I love kids. Just a joke, don't be trying to mess me up, kid. Never been a prison dude, never did a bid. Anger problems had me once and I hold in. Out of element, I'm pushing you to elevate. Color up the lines, it's still turning out great. They hate everything black, what a white and gray. That's crazy, they did God's son the same way. Still hungry, so we better grab the whole plate. I ain't swerving about no money, time to get it straight. They really tried to make Donald Trump look great. Adjudicating the crucifix, Pilate. Don't make it so hard, let them fall in. You'll turn turn it back to law regardless. Don't be diving off the boat in the deep end. And before you do, please just breathe in. Just breathe in. Just breathe in. Everything will bear fruit in its season. Everybody in a lane for a reason. Whatever you do, please just breathe in. One stone, four corners of the earth. No, I'm thinking of the reference with the two birds. That's what happens when you taking in the true word. When I pull back the fishnet, gonna be thorough. Don't exasperate, I'm only trying to educate. Read the bill of wrongs, never had a clean slate. We proceed with the righteous judge on the case. Readjusted the sentence, calibrate. Now we see the brighter days in the forecast. Shout it out on the radios and podcasts. See the minority that's bigger than the sea of sand. Cover a wider range of area, broadcast. Now that you can see the picture on the canvas, painted perfect dead bodies on the canvas. Get a grip, breathe in before you panic. Our resurrection causing frantic on the planet. Don't make it so hard, let them fall in. You'll turn it back to law regardless. Don't be diving off the boat in the deep end. And before you do, please just breathe in. Just breathe in. Just breathe in. Everything will bear fruit in its season. Everybody in a lane for a reason. Whatever you do, please just breathe in. Stop freaking out, get some sense and try to breathe in. You spazzing out, don't go off on the deep end. Relax, man, you could pass on the defense. A weekend, you be ready for the weekend. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. 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 Don't make it so hard, let them fall in. You'll turn it back to law regardless. Don't be diving off the boat in the deep end. And before you do, please just breathe in. Just breathe in. Just breathe in. Everything will bear fruit in its season. Everybody in a lane for a reason. Whatever you do, please just breathe in.
Right.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I texted bro. I said, man, that sounds like Timberland, man. That's
Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
So Jlutch, yes, that's an oldie but goodie. You know, if you want to remix, you know what I'm saying. Whenever
Just throw it out, girl. Just throw it out.
Whenever I just my. That's
it's always possible, sis. It's always possible. Always.
Send it on to me. Well, hey, please let the people know where they can find your music, where they can go subscribe to you, and just listen to you. How they following you around here?
So I got some things coming on the horizon too. I don't know how long we gonna be doing took me out of that. I might have to grab another story for y'all so I can come back so I can re-promote Manna Music. Manna Music is a company that I'm working on that I want to be able to grab other Hebrew artists, to add them to a platform, so their music can be heard. I heard a brother say before that, one of the hardest things about truth music is that you got to go, no one knows where our music is. You always have to find out where that's at. So hopefully I can get, y'all remember Dat Piff?
Last place.
Y'all remember Dat Piff? Anyone knows what Dat Piff is? It used to be a website where everyone just go download all the mixtapes from.
Yeah. But
I remember
Pirate Bay.
Yeah. So if I can get something to like get it to like a website where a bunch of Hebrew artists can put their music at, if possible.
What's up? So
that's what I'm working on. And then Manna Music as well. I'll be doing videos. I'm expecting to do some interviews, to post on the website and on the YouTube channel as well. So Manna Music is coming. We'll be able to promote that and more as that comes. But as far as my music goes right now, you have the last album that I put out June or July of this year. It can be found at streaming sites everywhere: iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube Music,
Spotify. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's mine. Get on Spotify, please.
I'm on there, boss.
I think I ran out of space for you then. I need more downloads on that from you.
Right.
But go ahead, Ian.
And then you you Amazon, .com if you wanted to purchase it and download it, so you ain't got to go to a streaming site. I also keep hard copies. If you want a hard copy, because I didn't use to at first. And old heads used to be like, "You got a CD?" I'm like, "No, it's on stream sites." And it was like, "Young buck, I don't know what that is."
Ain't nobody asked for an 8-track yet, huh? Or cassette.
So I started getting CDs so that so when people ask for them, I can have them and mail them out. If anyone wants to contact me for a CD, you can hit me up at jlutcher, JLUTCHER @gmail.com, or you can hit me at the business website, mannamusicllc @gmail.com. Also, if you're looking for a place to be able to put your music in the future, you can also hit mannamusicllc @gmail.com. So I'm spinning it all up. I'm working with a few people in the background here, trying to get it all together. That's what my last week trip to New Orleans was about, actually, to help get that up and going. So there it is. I think I done hit everything I could. So life after birth, and then remove the T. Remove the T. The first T in you.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, Jlutcher.
Okay.
So The Revenant as well, the first album, that's on all those streaming websites as well. Also on Amazon.com, you can find all of them there. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for coming. We about to wrap it up. I appreciate you, brothers. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you, Jlutch, for coming.
Oh man, I still messed it up.
Yeah, this. We gonna say autocorrect.
Yeah, I know, right.
It's all right. We gonna have everything together for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like we said, thank you, everybody. You have tuned in to the Took Me Out of There Redemption Series, episode 2. We coming with more episodes with more people. And this autocorrect, the devil is everywhere. It's everywhere. The adversary is
there we go.
My brother, you got it.
There we go. Hey, if you ask, you shall receive.
You got it, my brother. You got it.
Say, I'm a product of DISD, so we gotta take our time when we do stuff, man.
I'm good. You got
it. He graduated top of his class. He's smart, everything. But please don't throw no consonants at him. No.
But I do want you to do me a favor, Jlutch.
Yes, sir.
Text me those other email addresses that you have, brother, and I will put them in the description as well, so that people can be able to find you a little bit more easier, man.
Yeah. Absolutely, no problem.
Gotcha.
All right. Well,
and
shalom.
I apologize for messing up so much.
Oh no, I ain't worried about that.
No, he don't.
Hey, I ain't worried about that at all.
That's protocol. No, he
don't. Yeah. Well, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Until next time, Took Me Out of That Redemption Series. Blah. I ain't got no sound effects.
I know, right? I'm gonna work on some sound effects next time you come back over this way, and for me to have me a background drop and all of that stuff, man. Y'all just done showed me up tonight.
Oh no, it was all lovely. Everybody, Jlutch must be in his house so big, the echo coming from the other wall.
Right.
Look at.
I mean, you in a mansion.
Yeah.
It's like shalom.
Right.
I was trying to get to the table so we could So I can have the laptop on a flat surface.
Oh, it's all right.
It is an area. It is a nice area.
All right. Well, shalom.
But all praises. Yeah, we appreciate you, Jlutch. We really do, man. And looking forward to hearing from you again. And brother, lock us in, man. Lock us in. All right,
man. Love y'all. Man, thank y'all for the man. I had a great time. Let's do it again.
Yes, sir.
All praises. Shalom.
Shalom, brother. Hey, sister.
Bam, up in here.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
This is fun, y'all. We gotta do this again.
Yeah. We got to do it again. This is Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. I am Shayur Yeshub Judah. We also have Oxafire Shehu. And we would like to thank E42 for stopping by and bringing us the Took Me Outta Redemption series. This is episode number 2. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, it is.
This was episode number 2. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much for stopping by.
All right. Thank you for having me.
All righty then. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.